Hi guys, David and David here from payette4.com, and in this video we're going to show you what to do when your iPhone is stuck in headphones mode.
Right, so simply to restate the problem, your iPhone thinks that headphones are plugged in either to the lightning port on your iPhone 7 or newer or headphone jack on the iPhone 6s or older, but they're not plugged in.
Right.
So the first thing that we need to do is eliminate the possibility that this is a software problem. Now, 99% of the time it is hardware related, but that doesn't mean that you can't fix it at home, and the fix can be very, very simple.
Yep.
But first thing to do is eliminate the possibility of a software problem. To do that, all you need to do is turn your iPhone off and back on again. So it's as simple as holding the power button down until slide to power off appears on the screen. Swipe across the screen with your finger. David's not going to do that right now because he'd lose the screen recording.
Right.
And then wait 10 to 15, 20 seconds for your iPhone to turn all the way off. Hold down the power button until the Apple logo reappears on the screen. Then let go. Your iPhone will turn back on. Test to see if the problem is resolved.
Yep.
If that fixed it, you're good. But
it probably
didn't. Yeah. Right. So the next thing we need to do is go to Control Center.
Yep.
And we're just going to make sure that your iPhone is stuck in headphones mode and not just playing music somewhere else. So
grab a pair of headphones. I'm just going to plug it into my lightning port on my iPhone 7 here.
And you should also be able to hit the volume up and down button and it should show headphones.
Right now it says headphones and not
speaker.
Yeah.
So the other way to test this is to open Control Center by swiping up from the very bottom of the screen, then press and hold down firmly on music, and then tap the AirPlay button in the upper right-hand corner.
So a little triangle with the circles above it. And as you can see, there's a little check mark next to headphones.
Now this iPhone works, so show them what happens when they unplug.
When you unplug
this is what you should see.
Boom. Goes back to iPhone.
Right.
If it still says headphones, it's stuck in headphones
mode. Stuck in headphones mode. You're in the right place. So the next step we need to do, let's say that it is stuck in headphones mode, is to take a look inside either the lightning port on your iPhone 7 or newer or the headphone jack on your iPhone 6s or older to see if there's any gunk or debris inside that could be interfering with this connection and fooling your iPhone into thinking something's plugged in. So a great way to do that is just to grab a flashlight. Take a look inside. If you have somebody else's iPhone around.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you have our iPhone handy, we have a nice little flashlight app in there.
Yeah, if I swipe up from the bottom of the screen, tap the little flashlight icon, that's nice and bright. You could take a look inside. David actually has some gunk in there.
Do I? Oh, no.
A little bit of dirt. So a lot of people will be surprised by just how much stuff accumulates in either the lightning connector or the headphone.
Or if you leave your iPhone in your pocket all day, you know, lint in your jean pockets, it's going to get stuck up in there and it could get your iPhone stuck in headphone mode.
Yep. And so let's say there's stuff in there, and most likely there is, and it can't hurt to brush it out anyway.
Yep.
So how do you do it?
Well,
what not to do? Don't use something metallic. This is a SIM card eject tool, but anything paperclip.
Thumbtack.
Don't use a paperclip.
Scissors, a knife. You don't want to use those because it can conduct an electrical charge. And totally screw up the inside of your iPhone.
Right, and also it can cause damage to the components of your iPhone that are fragile. I actually was in a Apple store once, and one of the techs, I had an issue after I left the store, and she started scraping out. I said, "Give me my phone back." She was scraping out the lightning port anyway.
So what's the correct way to clean out your lightning port?
Well, if you have an anti-static brush or you're working in an Apple store, that's what you're going to use. Now, an anti-static brush is simply a brush that doesn't conduct electricity.
Yep.
Right, so David's being a little wussy with it. Here, if you're an Apple tech, what you learn how to do is you just get in here like this. This brush is not going to cause, see all this crap that's coming out?
Wow.
You just got to, like, you know.
Don't be afraid to get in there, apparently.
Get in there. If you have a soft enough device, it's not going to damage anything.
Well, I'm just going to say...
There's no way you're going to cause any problems.
If my lightning port is messed up after this video...
Right, you're going to love that, aren't you? Look how clean that is now. But if you had a knife and you're trying to jab it in there, you know, it's going to cause damage.
Right. So you don't have a lightning or an anti-static brush hanging around because you are not a nerd.
Right.
You've got your brand new toothbrush instead. Great household tool. Don't use a toothbrush that you just brushed your teeth with this morning.
That can cause a whole other host of issues.
Moisture could cause liquid damage again.
Or gingivitis, which is not something your iPhone can get. No, your iPhone can't get that. So we've brushed out.
So you brushed out my lightning port.
Yep.
And
test again.
Test again. Just see if headphone mode is still stuck.
And you could run into this issue whether you're using the headphone adapter on real headphones or if you're using the earpods with lightning connector.
Right.
So either way.
So we also have a nice little at-home tip. Another tip, if you have the headphone jack.
Yeah, if you have an iPhone 6s or older or a different device. This is the coolest thing ever. I learned it at an Apple store from a genius who shall remain nameless because...
An Apple genius or a real genius?
No, an Apple genius. Not to say that there isn't some crossover, but I can tell you that it's rare. So, let's see. Let's open up my iPad here. Now, this is called the Bic pen trick. So iPads, this generation, 4th gen, headphone jack on the top. The Bic pen trick. Take a Bic pen, and what we're gonna do, I'm gonna use scissors, tweezers are better, pliers, is we're gonna grab just the tip of it, and we're gonna try to twist it out. So we just get the ink cartridge out, which I just did successfully. Now, with the ink cartridge, come on scissors, you will notice that the back end of the ink cartridge is the perfect size for getting junk out of a headphone jack. So all you need to do is just get in there, twist gently, and some stuff will come out. So that is the Bic pen trick, which is an Apple Store little secret.
Trademark.
Now, officially, nobody does this, but they do this. So it can cause, it's great because it's anti-static.
Yep.
Yep. Not going to conduct electricity. It's soft enough to not damage the jack. Again, people end up sticking things in there and then breaking the headphone jack itself because the electronic components are very sensitive. Also, if something breaks off in there, it is impossibly difficult to get out. Unbelievable how difficult it is to get some stuff out of headphone jacks if it's impacted in there. So
we've cleaned out our lightning port or headphone jack. What is the next step if we're still stuck in headphone mode? You're probably not. If you got the gunk out, that's usually a pretty solid fix.
Also, compressed air is a good way to do it. Tweezers is an absolute last resort. Absolute last resort. What about
cotton swabs?
Cotton swabs, probably not a good idea. Anything with lint, anything with lint. Cotton swabs, no, bad idea. But people do try to use all sorts of stuff. Right.
So anyway, we're still stuck in headphone mode.
We are. So at this point, I could say do a DFU restore because it could be a software problem, but let's just be honest. It's not a software problem at this point. If you've turned off your iPhone, you've done all this stuff, you've tried plugging headphones in, taking them back out, you're still stuck in headphones mode, it's probably time to repair your device. So we recommend the Apple Store if your iPhone is under warranty. Definitely take it in there. It's not necessarily covered, especially if there's water damage. And this was a very, very common problem with iPhone 6S and before, where a little droplet of water would get inside the bottom of the iPhone and then fry the headphone jack. One of the most common.
Right, you're at the gym, you're sweating, the sweat runs down the cable, right into the headphone jack. Liquid damage.
Very common, yes. And in the iPhone 4S, there used to be a liquid contact indicator right at the bottom of the headphone jack. It would turn red. We'd just take one little look in there and say, give us money. So, we would say it more kindly than that.
Right.
We'd say, I'm sorry, sir. Unfortunately, as it turns out, we're not able
What if we're not protected by Apple?
If we're not protected by Apple, then we are going to call Pulse.
Pulse, a third-party repair service, comes to you, whether you're at home or the office, can fix your iPhone within an hour sometimes. And
lifetime warranty, cheaper than Apple. We really like Pulse. It could take hours to go to the Apple Store, come back. It could be days before Genius Bar.
I mean, if you don't live near an Apple Store and all the appointments are booked, it's going to be days before you can get your iPhone to start working.
Also, if you go to an Apple Store and you have a headphone jack issue, they're probably going to replace your entire phone, which could mean that you lose stuff that's on your phone. With Pulse, they'll be able to just repair the smaller components, most likely. Can't guarantee that, but Pulse is a good alternative if you're not under warranty and you want to save some money. So there are some mail and repair services, but
So that is what to do when your iPhone is stuck in headphones mode. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any other questions, leave them down below. Let us know if the Bic pen trick worked for you or if you got any other at-home tricks. We'd love to hear them. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome iPhone videos.